some emotion has just hit him. He's now the 2013 World Champion. Well, the master, Alex Marshall, lifts his hand and shows 6 titles. He really is the best in the world.
The 2016 World Indoor Singles Champion, Nikki Woods.
Wonderful memories of many of the game's great players, and of course Paul Foster is back to defend his title that he won 12 months ago in the singles. But let's just remind you that we have got the final of the pairs coming up live on BBC Two this afternoon, but we're going to bring you news now of what's happening in the first round of the singles as it has progressed. Paul Foster is playing Lee Blackham later on this afternoon. Jason Greenstead against Robert Gordon, and other players through to the second round. Darren Burnett, Jamie Chesney, David Goulet, Mark Dawes, Mark Royal. The first real big upset saw Andrew Kelly of New Zealand defeating the 6-time champion Alex Marshall. Elsewhere also through, Nick Brett, Mervyn King, Les Gillett, Robert Paxton, Stuart Anderson, Wayne Wilkeris defeated the former champion Andy Thompson. Scott Edwards also through. But at the bottom of that list, you've seen the match between Greg Harlow and Martin Puckett, and we're going to bring you news on what happened in that match earlier today. This was a battle of the generations. 25-year-old Martin Puckett against second seed Greg Harlow, 24 years his senior. The early exchanges were marked by high-quality draw shots from both players. Harlow, the world singles champion back in 2010, made the early running, but it was Puckett who came from 3 shots down to take the first set, 7-6. Puckett was running Australia's in last year's under-25 final, trailing by a shot going into the 7th end of the second set. This brave shot looked enough to salvage something from a seemingly hopeless position. But Harlow, making his 21st appearance in the World Singles, was matching him blow for blow. Playing in the first of 2 matches today, he'll team up with Nick Brett in the final of the pairs this afternoon. This beautiful reply gave him a single to extend the lead. Harlow went on to take the second set 9-4, so into the best of 3 tiebreak, and Puckett was showing his courage, taking on this drive with his last of the first end perfectly judged for the early advantage. In the next end, it was Harlow's turn to produce a brilliant weighted shot. A great strike and a perfect outcome to leave him lying shot and back on level terms. And Harlow turned the screw in the last end, leaving Puckett needing to make a difficult backhand shot. It wasn't to be, and the dream was over for the young pretender. Harlow through to the second round, where Scott Edwards awaits. And so this is how it looks for the second round. Paul Foster or Lee Blackham will play Jason Greenstead or Robert Gordon. Darren Burnett against Jamie Chesney, David Goulet against Mark Dawes, Mark Royal against Andrew Kelly, Nick Brett against Mervyn King, Les Gillett against Robert Paxton, Stuart Anderson against Wayne Wilkeris, and Greg Harlow is through to the second round to face Scott Edwards. Alongside me, 2 men who'll be doing the commentary for the BBC throughout the week. David Courtkill, who of course is the voice of BBC Bowls, alongside a former champion, John Price. And John, we're going to start with you because when we were looking through those great memories, we saw some wonderful shots of a young John Price, if you don't mind me saying. Much younger John Price. 1990 it was, 28 years ago.
Exactly, the hair was a bit browner then. I think it was a bit thinner as well.
Now, tell us about this moment, because you couldn't even bear to look.
No, I've been close a few times to major championships, so this was a bit nerve-wracking, and lives long in the memory.
How old were you here, Corky? I guess you were probably still at school, weren't you?
Primary school.
Sure. Were you commentating in this one?
I might have been actually.
Yeah.
It was so long ago, I don't think so, but I might have been.
What did this moment mean to you, though, John?
Well, everything, because at the time I'd been close a few times and they were saying, oh, I haven't quite got over the line, and to win this was just a magic moment, and obviously all the family were there. Just a great, great evening, and we had Cum Ronda and a few Welshians in the bar after.
And to find your name on that roll of honour with so many great players, I mean, now people look back at it and they talk very fondly about the great names, the Bryans, the Alcocks, etc. And you're alongside them.
Yeah, and it's a privilege. There's so many great players, over the years, too many to mention. It's a privilege to be there and be part of it.
Looking ahead to what we've got this week, Corky, and of course we've lost a couple of the big names. Alex Marshall, of course, most significantly, along with Andy Thompson. But it always signifies some fresh blood coming through.
Absolutely. We saw the match this morning where Martin was absolutely superb. He was a different player than what he was last year when he was here in number 25s. And he pushed Greg all the way. And to be honest with you, as a performance coach, Martin was outstanding. But as you said in your interview, it's all about getting over the line. And great champions just get over the line.
They certainly do. John, David, thank you very much. We're going to move on though because we're going to start focusing now on the final of the pairs, which is about to take place on the blue ring today. And it's an all-England lineup. It features Jamie Chesney and Mark Dawes up against Greg Harlow and Nick Brett. It's the first time since 1997 that it has been an all-England contest. So let's hear from the four finalists who are focusing on partnerships.
Obviously, at the moment, we're ranked 1 and 2 in the world, so quite likely we should be a good pair, and we are. But it's not just about playing good bowls, it's playing gel together, understanding each other's shot play, technique. You've also got to work out the ring and what you can play, where you can play it, and tactically, we've always pretty much seen it together the same way. So win or lose, we'll know for us we played the right shot for our games. That's my touch. I went to play with Greg when I was, well, we were both younger, if you like, and he taught me a lot in the game, how to go on during the game and off the field, if you like. He's pretty calm, which is good, playing with someone with red hair. You know, I would say my biggest strength is calming Nick down. Yeah, that is probably the one thing that works all the way through our playing relationship. So yeah, it's pretty easy for us to play together and pretty easy for us to sit in the bar together or coffee shop, whichever one you want to sit. Coffee shop, bar. Yeah.
Both of them great players, good friends as well, which probably makes it a little bit easier. But reading the game itself, know that it's difficult playing against two great players, and hopefully we can put them under pressure and see if we can get a victory.
The thing with today is we're all sort of the four of us probably really good friends as well, so there's not going to be any surprises when it comes to shot selection or anything like that. We're pretty much going to know what the opposition are going to try to do. Whoever can execute it better on the day.
I don't think there's any particular strategy that, we all know each other's games, we can play every single one, and just hope that, on the day we can play better on the day. We get snooker and darts, let's play some bowls.
Thank you very much, Rishi. Well, there definitely is an air of anticipation and excitement here in the International Arena at Potters Resort because we are about to play our very first final of this Just World Indoor Bowls Championships. The crowd are ready, the players are ready, so let's get them onto this famous blue carpet. And first up to two up-and-coming WBT stars whom have both secured their place in the world's top 16. Last year's semi-finalists and hoping this year to go all the way. Give it up for Jamie Chesney and Mark Dawes. And now to two of the most formidable and respected players on the circuit, hoping to recreate the magic they had in this final 4 years ago. It's the 2014 World Indoor Pairs champions, Nick Brett and Greg Harlow.
Really good atmosphere inside the auditorium here at Potters. Meanwhile, Corky and Pricey, as they'll be known for the remainder of the week, standing by in the commentary box. This should be a cracker.
Thank you, Rishi. There's no doubt about it. You couldn't ask for a better final. Combination Mark Dawes, Jimmy Chesney has played very well in this event, in particular Jimmy Chesney with the big bowls. He's played some superb last deliveries, and in memory of Mark Dawes running down the rink to celebrate with him and congratulate him. But they're really up against it with this one, the world number one, world number two, and previous champions. It's going to be a very difficult one to overcome. But we're all hoping, John, for a great game, aren't we?
Yes, we are, and I'm sure we will get one. Lots of quality on the ring.
Slight change, of course, to the pairs. We've got an extra bowl now. It's 3 bowls each. And previously it was 2 bowls. And of course it's 9 ends now, not 11 ends. So a little change there because we've got more bowls.
Too bad, couple of feet will do you.
The previous matches all been over 7. And my good colleague here, John Price, will keep me right. If I make anything that happens to be a mistake, John, you'll correct me. I know you will.
Yes, I'll pull you out, Dave. Got my notes and my homework here.
Yes, it's all been done on the back of the postage stamp as usual.
You made a good point at the start, though. It's 3 bowl pairs now, and of course it's a change from the old days where the 2 bowls was quite a demanding game. You've got a little bit more chance to play yourself into some form with 3 bowls, and there's a bit more shot play. It's probably a bit more interesting as well for the spectators.
Absolutely. It's going to create opportunities, probably more discussion as well, John. I think the games, although they're a couple of ends shorter, they're actually turning out to be slightly longer, not much, just a little bit, depending on what happens. But we still have the 3-end tiebreak to separate the pairs.
Very good. Very good.
Impressive start there.
I'd be tempted to go quick. Front green will do it.
Greg, last bowl of the leads. Nicky using Greg's ability to play the weight shots. A little bit unlucky that Jack didn't come out.
Yeah, it was a good strike. 9 times out of 10 that Jack would have moved. Quite unusual now to see Nicky playing back end in this pairs partnership. Greg for many years would have skipped and Nicky would have been the lead man.
Yes, all to do with styles of play. Of course, Nicky Brett very, very good at the conversion shot, and of course Greg is too. So it's a bit of a toss-up actually who plays lead and skip. But Mark Dawes was very much recognised as an international lead for a long time. He's moved down the rink now, but very good drawer.
Yeah, made his name, I think, for England as a top-class lead. Mark got a background, of course, as well. Comes from Blackpool area, Crown Green strong.
Very much so.
Played, Nick. Well played. Great second, mate. Well played.
Viewers will remember another great flat green player, David Holt, from up there. David was a Crown Green player, now residing in Australia, David.
Yes, yes. And, some Crown Green players have been very, very good.
Probably not, no.
At the flat. Noel Burrows is another one, skip for England. So we see Jamie just trying to draw in another shot here. He could have played the backhand with his own on the way in, but favours the forehand. Well, that was the danger, wasn't it, John?
Yeah, very unfortunate. Good weight if he got past the green. Just tumble it over.
That's why I thought he would have played the
Better on the
backhand.
backhand on the screen. Yeah, backhand then, mate.
Well, it's backhand for Nicky, definitely. Just reach that red ball behind the jack, fall in.
Great, high.
He's very close, isn't he?
Played, Nick. Great ball, mate. Great ball. Well played.
Another one in. It's not another shot, but it's a good third.
Got to say, it's a good ball. It's just rested on the green. There's still a shot for Jamie off his own bowl there, the red ball on the forehand side. That's what he's looking at.
Yeah, he's looking at all sorts of angles, isn't he? And I didn't see him thinking about coming off on the forehand. He seemed to be looking inside it. In the backhand, I can't really see how that angle would work.
No, he's looking at a few things. I think if he plays firm weight at this, he could get the green onto the red and get a result. But that bowl that is sort of at 11 o'clock, he could get off that into the green shot bowl. Playing weight.
Well, this is a bit speculative. Well, he certainly bounced the jack out. I'm not sure who's lying the shot, but he did look at that, to be fair.
As I said, that he was looking at that angle and it's worked out quite well. I'm not sure he's made the shot. Good strike. It's a run-in ball, not a full drive. Quite good at that, Jamie.
Yes, he's converted it back to the red, so had to rely on a little bit of luck. But in the area.
Oh. Unlucky.
Oh, just got it wrong. He did nudge the green ball, though. Wonder if that made a difference. Greg's having a very... If you're going looking at it that way, Greg, get the umpire right. Sure, let's have a look.
Umpire, please.
Did give it a little nudge, and it is resting against the other green ball, so that'll stay where it is.
Put anything off there, we have to get enough to that one or the other one.
Well, Mark Dawes has got the mat in his hand, so he must favour that he's got the shot. Alan Thornhill was sorted out. Oh, goodness, that is close.
Senior marker Alan Thornhill, been on the circuit now for a few years.
One shot, Chesney and Dawes.
Jack length 27.5 metres.
Our marker is Dan Blewett. Another experienced World Bowls Tour official.
Sorry, mate. Just that.
Slight movement there. Greg pulls out on the delivery. Very simple action, Greg Harlow. Always been the same. Not a lot can go wrong with this delivery action.
Oh, that's very easy. No shot clock, of course, in the pairs. But the leads are not allowed to come up to the head, up to the jack, until they've completed all their bowls. So keeps the game moving. I think that's the idea.
Good day, mate. Very good.
I think it's fair to say it's not so much of getting the shot with the lead players, David. It's about getting position as well for your skip, isn't it? Sometimes you can be one down but lie very good position, so it's about getting bowls around the end, around the head.
Yes, that really applies, I think, when you get into the multiple disciplines of pairs, triples and fours. It's not always about getting the shot, as you say, John. It's about offering up the opportunity for your skip to play something.
Well played.
Something that bypasses a lot of people.
Right up.
And that's good bowling no matter what way you look at it. The front
Again,
red is a
through the front
protector
two.
as well. And so great. You really have a choice here. You get something close, so you try and remove the front two balls. So Greg's playing the weight shot, trying to get into the front two balls to open them up. There we go. Now,
Well done.
Nick,
Very
you'll be
good.
very happy with that. It's still 2 shots down, but he'll be very happy with it.
Gives it a look, doesn't it? You unlucky, I think. Just got more wide in the shuffle. Getting the jack if he gets it.
It's a beauty having somebody like Greg playing lead. He has that capability to play the other shots if you're in trouble.
Well, to draw another anyway.
It's an interesting change to the 3 balls after all the years at 2. Jury's out on it. Some players like it, some don't. It adds an awful lot to the game in terms of shot play, but some might say it takes the purity away of the 2 balls.
Yeah, of course, back home we normally play 4 ball pairs in the national, David, so...
Oh, that's too many. I still think that needs to be changed.
Yeah, really.
We need to move forward.
Go on.
3 balls away forward. 2 ball triples, 3 ball pairs.
But you got to open it with this, mate.
Chance of that happening? Club national level? Probably 0. But anyway. Okay, on the attack. Oh, that was unlucky. That's a horrible result.
Well, it's a good hit anyway. He's changed the lie of those balls. We'll give him a chance with his next delivery.
Draw there. Think so, mate? Yeah. First in. Good effort here, mate. Down there. Down a bit more. Down a bit more.
Just a little bit wider on the target. Won't change, Nicky. He'll be after this. Oh, well, again, that's a very bad result.
Great.
Yeah, he wanted movement on the jack. Gets the gap.
He gets a smile as well. It's a rueful smile because he realised that
Anything just past that.
well, the
big up
gap
boy.
just didn't appear to be there. It was big enough for a ball to go through, and it must be at least 5 inches wide for that to happen.
I think Jay might be tempted to go past here. There's a couple of red balls deep on that near the ditch. I think the back ball might be the order of the day.
Well, of course, being the red balls, they're his balls, but at the same time, you'll be thinking, well, if I can block Nicky, I'm 9-3. He's going on the other side on the respot for the green balls, John, and he's covered that.
Yeah, I thought he might just in case.
All depends where the jack goes. Has it stopped in time?
Hold on. Good bet. That's a hell of a hard shot. That's what you're looking at, isn't it?
I think he'll go again because 2 reds out, jack through, follow through, might lose 1, but probably no more.
Expectant crowd lines up again. Going again. Close. 2 balls.
Well, there it goes. It's going to go through to 1 to red, but he'll be very happy to get it down to a single.
1 shot, Chesney indoors.
Set score 2-0 after 2 ends. Arms like Jeff Cates for him. You are. Arms like Jeff Cates. Got the luckiest result of the last one. Got the luckiest result of the last one. That could have been about 12 then. Could have been 2 on if your bowl had still really cut. Jack length 29 metres. There you go, mate. Play, Mark. Great start.
Yeah, very good opener for Mark Dawes.
Right back now. Right back. And again. Further the better now. Weight's really good.
It's going to be a bowl short. You can stick with it, still inside that if you want. You think? If it's better there, I got that, not mine. No, not really. Yeah. You can get the gap or just round, it's good. Okay. Any miss. Any miss. Great shot, well done, well done.
Oh, that's very good.
Nice.
Anything past the jack in that situation is always beneficial.
Right up now. And again. And again. And again. Yeah, good. Well done.
Yeah, to nail it, it's, yeah, got to be there. Okay.
I think you're always trying to be positive, John, aren't you? But I'm not convinced that's any better, to be honest with you. But he was very, very close to getting what he wanted.
Yeah, he's forced Mark to change sides. Obviously, you could hear Jamie say if you can nail it, that's the side to nail it. If he does get a front toucher, then Brett and Hall are in trouble.
Great try.
Look at the weight again.
Great
Weight's
try.
very good. Just didn't get back to centre.
Beat that to shot, mate. What old are you? Back you come now. Back you come. Well played. Well played.
Number 1. Just fades away at the end, so it gives Jamie a little shot down there on the forehand to that ball.
Yep, he'll be reaching through it on the 4. Doesn't need a lot of weight.
I'll try one fair. Yeah, even if I go around it.
Yes, yes, mate, yeah. It's good finish, isn't it? I know what you're saying.
Well, the way he was saying that, it looks like he might play the backhand because if he turns a jack, it's good. If he makes it pass, it gives him back position. He's got a shoulder to come off. But, well, let's just see. That's more the shot we were thinking of in the forehand, John.
Yeah, Mark's played a good end, so he's got lots of options on either side.
No.
Just needs to pull back quickly.
Effort, mate. Good effort.
That doesn't help.
No, he's unfortunate. He's just covered the green ball a little bit now. Still options on the other side, though. Still prefer to be in the red position.
Very good, Nick. Very good. Well done.
It's very decent
Very
there.
good. I think he's down there now, mate. Plant's not really that great.
Backhand. Chesney, little turn on the jack for 2.
Rattle's good enough. Just get up now.
Just waiting to see if he's got the power to arrive to the jack.
What a line in. Just didn't have the weight.
About 14 inches, mate.
Well, a lot of balls all within 2 feet.
I'm not quite sure I'm out on the track now.
And can you hear Nicky on the mic there? He's not sure if he's wide enough.
Sorry.
No, exactly.
Knew out of the hand that wasn't good.
Nicky'll always let you know. Quite a character, always got an opinion.
Yeah, he's a very honest player.
18's good, mate.
Doesn't always go down well with certain selectors, I know that, and certainly in the outdoor with them. But, well, take it rough with a smooth. You know, if you ask a player's opinion, you don't like what they say, well, don't ask the question.
Second chance for Jamie Chesney. 2 feet on his last delivery. I don't think he's running again.
Oh, struggling.
Not a lot.
Gentle.
Yep.
Gentle draw in.
Great effort.
Oh, good effort.
Great effort,
really
mate.
good
Great
effort.
Nick, one shot, Harlow and Brett.
So many bowls there now, John, that it's hard to remember when the last bowl's coming up, but of course we're very fortunate in the commentary box.
So score 2-1 after 3 ends.
We've got an expert back who tells us when it's the last bowl and never gets it wrong. It's great. It really is. We've got all the help we need.
The best seat in the house.
With the best advice.
Jack Lane, 26.5 metres.
And no little sweeties to disturb us this time.
Right back now. Far as you can. Far as you can. Well played. Well played.
And that's what you expect at the moment. Lots of close balls being drawn in to the jack. I think there'll be a bit of sparring in these early ends, David.
Well, it's going to be a long match, no doubt about that, and we all expect it to go the full way. We do have to remember that Mark Dawes is number 12 in the world now in the indoor, and Jimmy Chesney's up to number 8.
Still slip by them.
And he's very good.
Just pass, foot pass, real good.
In terms of the shot play as well as the drawing, there's no weaknesses with either pair.
Good again.
Well played.
Even better coming to centre ring. It's early days, but Mark Dawes can drive very accurately as well. So he might be able to leave it to his last one. Doesn't want to put a short ball in though and get in the way.
No, this is not going to be good. In the finished centre, and that is
Still-
not the best place
Still
to
there,
be.
but you don't want to get the back edge of your own and shove the jack out. So it's either deliberate one just past or you turn her over into there. Okay.
Sticking with his favourite backhand, Greg. Plays his hand very well in this direction.
Yes, a little bit wider, a little bit more weight, come into position. Doesn't
Well
need to go
played,
close.
perfect.
That's what Mickey said. As long as you miss your own, you're good. Oh, goodness, you get a bit close to it though.
Very good though. I don't think he's ever quite getting
Couple
back
of
to that
feet, hit
edge.
the last, you're good.
3 excellent deliveries there.
Close with this.
Up now, up now, up.
Oh, what an effort.
Oh, what a ball.
Great seconds, great seconds.
Great shot.
Couldn't have played that better.
Yeah, I think we do, mate.
Eases the pressure on his skip.
Play on, yeah.
Well, that's good there. Just about anything past the jack.
Worth playing with a fair.
It's a good position for Nicky.
Clark probably gets a shot, get it out on the spot.
Yeah.
So a little bit of weight here from Jamie just to try and bounce that ball onto the jack if he can. Not the best result, it's fair to say.
One green.
Which way shall I play, Mark? At the side
He
pitch.
was looking for something a little bit better, Jamie, from that result. Well, still playing backhand. Nick, he's left that forehand for Jamie. Creep past the red ball. Not quite. Now then, an open draw on the forehand side.
Just one down,
Rest
mate. I
off the
think
red.
it's just a forehand draw now, mate, to be honest. Set off mine, you're pretty close, to be honest.
Thank you, Mark. Agreed with me.
Just occasionally. It's not that difficult to actually know what they were going to do, John, and it's very welcome.
Good effort.
Everybody sees it differently.
Come on, then.
Just not going to make it, though.
Weight's great, mate.
That got an ooh from the crowd. But no ah.
Oh.
It does. Back position's pretty mixed. Ball each back there. Certainly what we call an arriving draw. For everyone back home, that means something that's usually within about 15 inches to 18 inches of weight.
A chance to use the angle off his own bowl as well. How's the weight?
Good effort.
Oh, he's just under. He didn't have that extra half yard that he needed.
One mark, yep. One shot, Harlow and Brett. Set score 2-2 after 4 ends.
Packed arena, this pairs final.
Yes, very well marshalled. You see the guys in the blue
Jack
coats,
Lake,
they're
26
the
metres.
volunteers who will marshal the spectators in and out.
Not expecting crowd trouble, David, are we?
Well, you know what the bowlers are like. They don't like to be disturbed during the end. You're all a bit precious, aren't you, John?
Yeah, I don't think it's
I got
we're
pushed.
going to have too many problems.
Quite. One.
Don't worry, you'll have your problems tonight when Liverpool take on the Swans. I'll be live commentary on 5 Live, and as a Liverpool supporter, I'll be watching with great interest. After we finish here, of course, on the late shift. We'll get the highlights somewhere, John, won't we?
All the low lights from our point of view.
Down
Now
you go
then.
now.
Greg, looking for an adjustment on the first bowl.
Yep. He's going to make it. He has. Perfect adjustment. Change of side now. Mark Dawes, very typical of a Crown Green player. He's very fast on the mat and doesn't waste any time.
Oh, what
Great
a line.
try.
But more. He just
Good
turns
running.
that jack.
Yep, doesn't matter. You can give it a chance.
Something about the Crown Green, John, that some players don't even wait till the ball stops before they play their one. Now, I think the rule says it has to stop, and it does. In terms of playing here, we always wait. Crown Green's different. They're very
Still
keen to
back
get on
now,
with it.
can you?
Needs to bend at the end. Doesn't want the back end of the red.
Oh, that's going to be shot against. Oh, well, it moved to jack. Might have
one
managed to get
down.
away with it.
Anything on your last?
Okay.
Mark Dawes finds a foot on the last delivery. Puts Nicky in a bit of trouble.
Similar track. Great try
Just
again.
needs to reach to the jack.
Got it.
Now, will he... Oh, where's it gone? Right in behind the green ball. Shot against.
Club.
Nominate last ball.
Well, We knew it was going to be quality, didn't we, John? But
One green.
you know, it's great to see the pairs with 3 bowls. You have 5 bowls there within a few inches of the jack.
He's got a sense of humour. He knows if that ball had fallen over, he probably rested the green away as well. 5 great deliveries though, all within inches.
Come quick at the 2 red ones. Down there. Yeah. Come on.
You got a feeling in this game, David, that one end could be the difference. It's going to be very, very tight. Lots of close bowls. One break here or there, one good shot or one lucky shot maybe could be the difference.
Interesting choice by Nicky. Trying to take all the danger away by running the 2 bowls off.
He's cleared the short one, that's better.
He obviously feels that he's at risk here. Don't see that too often.
Which way you prefer? Try the forehand draw. Yeah, yes, mate.
Well, I think he played it because he knew that the green ball was probably covering his own short ball. If he missed it on the white side, he'd get the 2 reds away. Jamie playing forehand, you know. Use the side green.
He's very close to it. He just needs to touch it.
Oh, just down the green. Foot more again.
Goodness me.
Got it surrounded.
Now. Got to try that backhand draw, or?
No,
None of them look good.
Give me 10 minutes.
Let them chat their way out of this one.
I think I'd pop one through. Gives us something for Ron.
That's the best option you said, that one.
Bit of banter between the 2 players. They're in a bit of trouble. You're not quite sure what to play. They're holding one.
Yeah, but they're not in command of the head.
No.
That's the thing.
Any touch anywhere there, I think they're going to be down.
Well, it's decent there if Jamie does play a lot of weight.
Literally that, mate. That's all.
I think he's only going to draw it, though. If you can just get to the side green, you could get a little bit of turn off that.
There's a bit of turn off that. He could turn the green down like 3.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's just going to play good weight at this. Even if he gets onto the short red, onto the green and turns the jack over. Just not quite got the weight, has he?
No, he's under again. Just even that tap on that would have helped to roll that one over once, but he just didn't have the weight, really.
Cool. Yep, happy.
There is a very brave draw for Nicky on the backhand side, but he's afraid of, I say, dropping that red over. Maybe going for a blocker here, I think.
Well, you know, even dropping short to get in the way would be good, and you force.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's a clever shot. That really is on the line, and I'm not sure if Jimmy can afford to use a lot of weight here. I don't think he's got the best position in the world if the jack goes back.
Yeah, just get to the back of your mind. I think he might set everything down.
I can see what he's trying to do on the back of the red ball.
Good, he might get a piece of the jack one.
Well, Jack's touching the green ball, but if he gets onto the back of the ball to the right-hand side of the jack, it drops it back, might be enough. Interesting end.
That line's pretty good.
Oh, is he up? Is he up? Oh, dear me.
I'm one shot, Harlow and Brett.
Jimmy, 3 short goals there in the head, which, to be absolutely honest with you, is very much in his favour.
Set score 2-3 after 5 ends.
Well, there's a board and it's all very tight at the moment.
Jack length 26 metres.
Jimmy Chesney's wife, Natalie, is selected for the Commonwealth Games. Previous gold medal winner, of course. She'll be in Australia, and she left the venue this morning. We had John out breakfast with her because she was loaded with a cold and coughing all night. She didn't want to pass it on to Jimmy, so she's returned home. It's very good of her to do that. Looking after her husband. But fully understandable. There's a few people that have been struggling with colds and flus.
Good, mate. Well done.
And in this heat out there, because it is very warm, it's extremely uncomfortable if you're not feeling 100%.
All up the pace now. And again, beat your own, you'll be close.
But the edge may fall off it. Not far away.
Bowls away again by Mark Dawes, doesn't waste any time. What a good line this is if you pencil the jack.
Good hit, mate. Good hit. Well played,
Played
Mark.
this really well again.
He's a very good singles player, Mark Dawes. He's been making his way through the qualifying system and now up to number 12, and everybody knows how dangerous he is.
I would say at the moment he's probably just had the edge on the lead in against Greg. Nicky's had to play a few more recovery balls.
Yes, he's setting positions up well. He might be a little bit unlucky with this one. He's left that as a wing ball, and Nicky would normally not waste too much time at this.
Oh, I think he'd play through this, gets the 2 balls away.
He's right down it.
Bye, Nick.
Yeah, jack up the green, and they really want that to go off because that's going to be very tricky, and it is. Did not want that one to stay on the rink. So go outside the confines and be brought to the respot position. Doesn't happen that often, but occasionally jack goes forward. Not bad, but Jimmy would have expected to get closer than that.
Yeah, it's never easy when you're going out there to the board. You're not quite certain what the bowler's going to do, run on a little bit as it comes back off the board.
Great line.
Oh, right to the edge there. Flirted with the ditch.
Hurry on down, hurry on down, and again, well done, mate. That's the winner. Well played.
Good ball after the strike.
Well, Jimmy's line was good with the first one. Just needs to drop a metre.
Run as far as you can now.
Dropped too much, I think.
Get up.
Will he get that? He's pulling up now.
Struggling, isn't it? That's not Jimmy, really. He's
Touch
just
more
off a
green,
little
you
bit
think?
the last couple of ends. You know, the previous end he's been dropping short.
You're less green.
Yeah, he's just inside his
Kick,
previous
hurry.
line. Has he got to wait now just to hold him past
All
the
you
front
got.
bowls? He has.
Play,
Good enough
Nick.
to count, so well played again. Slightly tighter line. Two very similar.
Yes, he was different on the map there. A little bit more to the inside and the front. Holds the bowl up a bit longer. That's why he's ended up really in line with the previous bowl. So, last ball of the end. Ooh, this needs to stop. This needs to stop. Needs to pull up.
Played it.
No, gently. Yeah, he's made it.
Great adjustment from the other delivery. Needed that one.
One shot, Chesney indoors.
No, he drew the shot, John, but
Set
he'll be
score,
thinking
3-3
down
after
there,
6 ends.
it took me 3 goes to get it. So he'll not be happy.
Better late than never, though, David.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what the third bowl's for now.
Yeah, come on, man. Go on. Ugly. Got in the first one, thought, oh, it could be alright, 'cause it's heavy out there. Got on the wide bit.
Jack length, 27.5 metres.
Still playing slightly on the longer side. Haven't had any dramatic changes to the 23 minimum jack length.
Couple of feet.
In fact, even through the singles, I haven't seen too much of that either.
Yes, in a match like this at the moment, it's so close. Neither pair wants to make a dramatic change that might lose them the length, isn't it, David? You know, you make a big adjustment. Sometimes it can affect you as much as your opponent.
Yes, it's only if you're going really badly do you make changes.
White would have done it.
Around it, mate. Oh, better there.
Better there, I think, yeah. Great try. Get all the way up now. Get all the way up. Ah.
That's that ball there. It's
Barely
20
registered a
inches
clap
down.
a foot away.
Standards are high.
27.5 metres a foot away, and it didn't even register a clap. Yeah, it's a tough audience. It really is.
He's on the wider line just to slip past
Steady
his own
now.
green ball.
Steady now. Yeah, well played. Well played.
Well,
If you fancy one through up there, you get green onto green, get the jack, get the bowl.
Get anything? I think he was really saying there.
Up past your road.
Oh, he's going to get a bad one here. Oh, is he what? Oh, heavens. I thought he'd taken his own 2 out, John.
Yeah, it turned out good in the end.
Draw it off there. One down.
Slightly
2 inches off.
inside the striking line.
He's taken his other 2 balls off the rink, but my goodness me, that held in. And bit fortunate.
How much can you get back of that?
Just needed a drop. It's good position though.
One red.
Robert Paxton, interested spectator.
Yes, he'll be going to Commonwealth Games, Gold Coast. Looking forward to it, no doubt. Very good World Championships in Christchurch, December 2016 for Robert. Played really well.
Big effort if he just gets to the front ball and turns it. Oh, no, that's didn't want that. He dropped off, left the split.
Either way, I'd play for the split, mate. Yep.
Yeah, he has to. Forehand or backhand, doesn't matter. And even bowl on the jack will open it up. He's 2 down. Gets the split perfect in the run through. It's even better.
Well done.
Yeah, that'll do. So far away, it doesn't really matter, but it's he's opened the door.
Yeah, it's all about hitting the target. If you get it perfect, well, that's a bonus.
Oh, just a little slip. It's very warm out there. It really is under, even with the house lights. It's a whole lot warmer, John, when we had the the banks of hotheads coming down on us.
That's right.
Steady now. Steady now.
Just roll past it.
Again, he hasn't been able to nail it whenever
James
it's
has
gone out
finished on the
wide.
spot, mate, so anything short of the spot should win.
We did last end. We took 3 balls to get there.
Sounded easy.
He says it sounds easy.
You give it the best possible chance.
Right to the edge again.
The line's good.
Well played, Nick. What a great
Played
bowl.
it brilliant,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's played it
A
well.
great bowl.
I think Nick said that you make it sound easy. After the bowler left his hand, he knew that was close.
Inside line from Jamie, not as wide as Nicky.
We'll do well to hold that line.
Still drifting, man.
Goes away at the end.
You're way spot on, mate.
Yeah.
Good effort.
Exactly. Just a bit inside. The
Try
weight
again,
was
mate.
enough. Chance for a double. Spare shot opportunity. He's even
And
wider
forward.
with this one.
Should be good if his weight's good.
Well played, Nick.
Yeah, he's there
Well
again.
played, mate.
He's
Two
playing it
great
well out
bowls.
there, isn't he?
Well
He likes the
played.
jack in that position.
Yep. Doesn't miss too many opportunities. Good double.
2 shots, Harlow and Brett.
You know, played the hit, John, opened it up, and then drew 2 shots.
Set score 3-5.
Yeah, he's playing well, Nicky, at the
Saturday.
moment. He's played some really good recovery balls, and you'd have to say he's probably the difference.
Oh, he is at the minute, there's no doubt. I think Mark Dawes has had the edge on Greg in this first set so far. But Nicky's been very, very consistent in his play.
Jack length 27 metres.
Up you come now. And again. 18 will do.
Play, Mark.
That's another good start by Mark Dawes. Good lead in.
Right back now. Right back. And again.
Needs a bend.
And
Needs
again.
a big bend at the
And
end
again.
and drop.
Oh, it looks like it might.
Down your last.
Needs
Hit that
a
first.
little touch on it. Well, the Chesney Dawes combination really needs to win this end.
Try just up. Not a lot. Not a lot.
Get to your own or sit it down, it'll be very close.
Greg's just, as Nicky said, just reaching his own balls. Sits back off that ball, he gets the shot. Anything better, he'll draw it clean, and he's drawing it clean here. That's really good again. Good adjustment to the last ball.
Well, it's going to necessitate a change.
Tough to draw. Tough to make it. I mean, if you can see the green bowl, you could get both of them.
Play, I can see it, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can see 2/3 of it. That's usually enough.
He can probably still miss his own red just about.
Doesn't want to take his own red, obviously.
So the danger. That was always a danger.
Well, you know, he was so close, but he had to get close to the red to get the green, so that was always a risk. It's unfortunate, but no, it's a clear road now for the 2 green.
2 green.
Oh, he knew that was just on the inside. Yes, Mark.
Really said it.
Our replay was actually on the big screen, and I think everybody was looking at it. Very, very close.
Sensible here, Nicky. He's not going to build the forehand side up. He's dropping in on the backhand.
Well, he knows he needs another one in there because the
Great
2
try,
balls
Nick.
can
Great
disappear,
try, mate.
and I don't imagine
Try
Jamie
again.
will play
Yep.
for it in some wit. No, he's under. Well, that hasn't really helped, has it, John? That's just made the target a lot more difficult.
Yeah, the only thing is they're a little bit further away now, so he's got a bit more room
Still
if he
a
did
draw,
want
mate.
to draw it, David. Nicky will be aware of that. I think he'll go for a really tight bowl to the jack now. Put the pressure on. Try and finish this set.
Great try. Gently, 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 gently. Gently to bend. Gently.
He's in the pocket.
Play, buddy.
Yeah.
Well played.
He's in the pocket, that's all he had to do. And I can't see those 3 going just the way they're sitting.
How far off? That is that pass. Probably just a draw in the back of it.
You'd probably say there is a draw there, David. I mean, it's possible to draw the shot.
The driving shot wasn't secure enough to take all 3 balls out. So back to the draw. This looks a little bit under. Yeah, line and weight. Dear, oh dear, Jimmy, that's not like you at all.
Well, in good position here. Bowl to the left of the screen is a good covering bowl. They're line 3.
They've got everything covered, haven't they? Every bowl, every green bowl has a value there. It really does. So,
I mean, the chat here is about, do I want to widen this any more than it is? And that's a difficult one. You could play a really good bowl and give Jamie a little bit wider target. He plays weight and he'll destroy it for you, but he may be tempted just to leave a bowl in the drawing line.
well, if he drops up one even a foot short, it would be good.
Nothing side on, really. You don't want to widen the target.
Well, decided to go the other side just in case somehow or other the jack ends up over with the 2 reds.
Well done.
Can't see it ending up there, but
No, I think what it is, he's saying to Jamie, I'm not sure if you got the feel of the rink at the moment. You're not drawing that well, so I'm going to leave you the draw rather than play the weighted bowl. So he needs a big one here, Jamie Chesney. Needs to find a really good bowl.
Mark's not saying too much, so it must be close in terms of the line. Has he got the weight, though? That's the important bit now. No, not quite. Probably second shot, though.
That was a big try, wasn't it? Good effort. 2 or 3 more inches, he gets the shot.
I think I saw Nicky indicating there that it was probably just the one.
Please.
Have to bear in mind that these guys know each other so well. They're international colleagues.
Sorry. One green, measure for second.
No, I can't be chucking them out there like they can with
On previous matches, Jimmy Chesney was drawing them in like sweeties, really, in situations like that, and not playing just as well. Oh, well, that's well in for second shot. Just playing as well today.
One shot, Harlow and Brett.
But still in touch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
tough one. 3 shots.
Yeah, you'd expect Harlow and Brett, with their background experience, to be able to see this set out. But anything can happen in sport, and bowls is unpredictable at times,
Jack
David, isn't it?
6.5 metres.
Well, it's no different than any other sport in many ways. It's very hard to call a result.
Ease down. Ease down. Great start. Well played. Well done.
That's a good start when you're 3 ahead.
Up now. Keep coming. Great try. Do that.
Right up now.
Yeah, he's calling this. He wants it right to the jack or the red ball at the very least.
Just, that's all.
I think when you're trying to score multiples in a game like this, where you've got 2 players,
Again. Stay up.
like Greg Harlow and Nick Brett, who can drive well, it's very hard to score any more than 1 or 2 shots in an end.
Good line in by Greg again. Just needs to bend back to
Run,
centre.
who you got? Run, run.
And again, mate, you add a touch just to there. It's good.
Okay.
Ideal year for Mark Dawes if he can get in and turn the jack round the corner past his own red ball. Sets up an opportunity then. While it is at the moment, you'd expect Nicky to get in there. Wide target.
Good try. Good.
That's a good place. Gives Jamie a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1 red.
Shot for Nicky here is just to draw in, as Greg was saying there. You can see, just pull the jack yourself. Try and do the shot before Jamie Chesney gets an opportunity.
But not enough.
Tentative.
Sorry. Okay, next time.
Now then, little opportunity here.
Definite chance. Turn the jack round the corner. Jamie's just really looking for this big bowl in this first set to
That's it, damn it.
just to get him going.
Very close. If he gets the jack solid, he's good.
Really good.
Oh,
Well
that's pretty good to start with.
Yeah, it's a little bit unlucky, John. He just bounced it. If he'd have bounced it to his own ball, be fine, but it's come out into the open. That's a bit unlucky.
Yeah, a little
Really
unfortunate,
is.
but at least he was reaching on that occasion.
Yep, absolutely.
Now this is a big delivery for Nick. Don't want to miss with this.
Well, Greg's not calling it, so there's something wrong. Probably third shot.
Good try.
Now then, this is a real chance for
Still
Jamie
two, mate.
to
You
put
fit
some
the last
pressure
ball.
on.
2 feet through.
Well, Nick will adjust. There's no doubt about that. So this has to be really close.
Get up.
Yes, he's calling it.
Get up.
He's calling it just to make 3. Well, it's in, but Nick, not wasting a moment's time. There's no discussion about this shot.
3 red.
Just get down there and draw close.
Just felt that Jamie needed to be a little bit closer then with that ball to add the pressure.
Waiting on the call from Greg.
He's overplayed
goodness, he's well overplayed it.
Goodness, he's played a loose one there.
Man, this is a chance for the set. Oh, you could never, ever have called that.
No, they haven't played a great end, you've got to say.
Yeah. No, to be fair to Mark and Jamie, they'd have been thinking if we get a 3 to draw the set, we'll be stealing a bit of it. But to have the opportunity to actually win the set, goodness me.
The problem started really 3 bowls out of the first 4 were short of the jack with Nicky and Greg. You can see them down the green there, and that's where the problem's been. Once that jack was pulled, they were out of the game. What an opportunity, Jamie Chesney.
There's only one thing he has to make sure of here, and that is he has to be on the slightly wider side. He doesn't want to move the jack.
Oh, he's good if he got the weight. It'll bend back if he's got good weight.
He has to have good weight, though. Is he up?
Get up.
Oh, I'm not sure. I think... Oh, I'm not sure. Goodness me. Oh, he's not. He hasn't made it. It's 3.
Yes.
Well, even throwing it out on the high line, letting it come back, John, play the safe line, which he appeared to have, but
Yes.
3 shots.
Shots.
Oh, my goodness me. What an end. Oh, joy and disappointment.
I'll give it away, or you want to keep it? What? I'm not worried, mate. Up to you. You pick it. You're playing well. Ow. Why not?
That was just, well, unbelievable, to be truthful with you. First of all, Nicky missing it, and then Jamie having, you know, it's
a big opportunity to go a set in front.
Well, the chances are we're going to have a winner in the second set.
Put the neck out there, David, on that call.
Well, we very rarely get
2 drawn sets,
2 tied sets. It is a rare occurrence, so I think I'm on a pretty good wicket on this one. I mean, a better wicket than what Swansea will be tonight.
Yeah, great start. Well played.
But all that effort, and you're sort of thinking if they'd have stolen that set, it would have been an amazing result.
Well, it's psychological, isn't it? Because if they had got a 4 out of it in the end and sneaked it, probably was against the run of play. Though Mark had played very well in fairness. Nicky had turned over a lot of the early ends in that set. You could argue, I suppose, that 6-6 was a pretty fair result overall with the bowling, but, you know, what an opportunity.
Well, certainly based on Mark's play. You know, he's edged Greg, but... And in the end, it was Nicky missing with 2 bowls. But it was a good set. Very interesting stuff with some brilliant play.
Well played, mate. Great start again. Well done.
Yeah, that's very good. Another good ball.
There's just tucked it in.
It's still there into the red split.
Well, good chance here for Greg because anything wide and heavy will pick up the other red. He gets into the inside, one a treble. Well, I think they'll get the treatment, I would say, John.
I think so. I don't think he'll draw this. Hitting it well. Good strike.
Yes.
Good strike.
Really good strike. That'll go back onto the respot position. Everything's cleared off the rink. Very good at that shot.
Played, Nick. Really good, Nick. Well done.
Good to the respot again. Decent line this time, all about weight.
Looks like it's trucking a little bit.
Great effort.
Just through it. That's not a bad place to be, though. Has been dropping short in the last few ends, so be happy enough.
Great road again, Nick.
Nick's been playing well to the offset jack.
That's real good this end as well.
Does it again.
Well played, buddy. Well played.
Still one shot. He's moved the jack towards the red one, but it's a better shot.
Yeah, he's played really well, Nick. In fact, the only failure was that last end of the first set. 2 loose deliveries. Other than that, he's been very good.
More or less the same ball for Jimmy. He's in the area. He needs an edge to straighten him up from the front one. Well, it's a good second. Offers up a chance on the plant.
Still just get round that? Or
Yeah, mate, yeah. Just about.
He's still talking about the last end, isn't he? You can see it in his face.
Yeah, I think he feels he's not playing badly, Jamie. He's probably just struggling a little with his game. Words of encouragement from outdoors.
Sorry yet. Sorry. Stop there.
Oh, well,
it's terrible. It's not terrible. It's a good bad one.
Takes that plant away.
Yeah. A good bad one, as we say in the sport, because didn't get anywhere near what he was wanting, but he's blocked the shot that Jimmy would have been playing.
Just wonder, is there anything across the rink on the other side, David? I can't see from this angle. Little pull on the jack for 2.
Well, what he's looking at, I think, really, is the possibility of getting this into that. Now, if he does that, then you're talking about that ball disappearing, this ball disappearing, and hopefully the front one will move as well. And if that happens, then we've got the potential of this ball here becoming the key ball. The alternative, if he really wants to play it, is to draw in there, and not particularly easy to do. Front ball's in the way.
Needs a foot on his last, really.
Yeah. No, it's nothing easy about this. The running ball's a bit speculative. You're hoping to get the right connection. The forehand draw, no, it's just a foot in his last, you say, John. Now he's playing a timing shot. See what happens. Hasn't got the running to do a lot of damage on the pace. He must have been able to see about an inch of that, I think, on the backhand.
Yeah, I think he's looking for the jack.
Yeah.
One shot, Harlow and Brett.
It was a low percentage shot, but he probably felt it was worthwhile. Interesting end. Pairs are always well supported.
Jack length, 26 metres.
Offers a lot more, of course, because the players are mic'd up, so you're getting the conversations.
Quite noticeable, I think, with Greg's balls using the green. You don't quite bend as much of his red set, I don't feel, David.
For some strange reason, it seems to be the case for most of the green sets, according to the players. And certainly I've noticed it in years gone past as well, that the green don't pull back just as much. The manufacturers can't give a reason for it. They're all made on the same machine, same weight. You order 2 balls exactly the same in terms of size, weight, grips, all of that. And they played differently between a red and a green.
Right up now. Decent. Weight was real good.
Really good again. Very good leading again from Mark Dawes.
He's done a very good job in this this pairs final. Mark Dawes, good combination, him and Jamie.
Back hard now. Back hard. Well played.
Good recovery. Looks like Greg Hall is rule number 1 and fine for Big Bull when he needs it.
It's going to be a hard one to get out as well. It's,
We try and open it up, mate. You get the plant, I mean, your back one should lock on that one, get the jack and try and open it up a bit. Okay.
Not convinced that that plant will actually take the green one out of the head completely, but...
Might find out here.
Play.
Jack.
Play,
That's
mate.
the
Play.
green.
No, that's good. He's opened it up. Good strike.
Yeah, he's playing a good all-round game, Mark. When he needs to, he's hit the strikes. Clean again. Clean jack. He's drawing well as well, so... gives his skip a chance. Could have auditioned for Harry Potter.
Wouldn't have been much in it, I would have thought, many years ago. Of course, we do have a Harry Potter in real life here.
Play, Nick.
John Potter. His son, or Judy Potter's grandson, is called Harry.
And Jamie's looking for a bit of magic here. Very good. He's played this well.
Yes, he has.
Nailed this one. That's more like Jamie Chesney.
Well, that's what we're used to from Jamie. And there's
Drawn away,
Mrs.
mate.
Potter. Resplendent in, what is it? Floral on cream, I think that's called. Yep, looks like floral on cream to me.
I'll take your word for it. You're much more up on women's fashion.
No choice.
Well played, Nick.
Oh, recovery. That's brilliant from this crowd.
Well, again, that's what you expect, and not only that,
anyway,
but the
mate.
little touch on the jack is a
One word to get out
bonus.
is nothing else.
John, he's made a double out of it.
Down the backhand,
Yes, mate. Jack's obviously good. 2 balls.
He'll run this. A little bit of weight, 2 balls on the jack.
Looks wide.
Nearly made the ground, didn't it?
Just probably kicked out a little bit, but that's to be expected.
Near the spot, don't I really? Or the tee?
It's advantage of the 3
Yeah.
balls as well, John. You get an awful lot more
Yeah,
of
we're
the
couple
attacking
down
play.
so on here, mate, so that's the way forward.
Yeah, I think he's going for the spot with this ball. Cover the spot position. Doesn't need to widen the target. That's okay.
Well
That's
done, mate.
very
Well
good.
done. Very good.
Oh, look at that, David. Couldn't have played that better to the spot.
Well, it's right on it, isn't it? But so green ball onto green ball, or jack clean. Can't be tight though. He doesn't want his own ball. I did see Greg looking at the other 2 balls to see who was lying 4th and 5th.
Going at it off the other side, back into it.
Well, he's reduced it to 1. Couldn't really see the jack going there.
One shot, Harlow and Brett.
No, not only did it go the wrong side, but it actually went up the green as well.
Set score 0-2 after 2 ends.
Don't think that was a bad result at the end of the day, only to drop a single because he'd been in a bit of trouble there. Once Nicky pulled that jack through, it was difficult.
Yes, it's a bit like sort of bowls 101, isn't it? If you can't get the shot
24 metres.
in a very straightforward way and there's multiples against you, you give a chance to reduce the damage, get it down to a single, taking bowls out, moving jacks around.
Well done.
Now that's matchcraft for you, John, and the thing about matchcraft is it doesn't go onto a score sheet. It's just something that's inherent with these top players, that there's matchcraft that comes into play and they keep it tight. We've now played 11 ends and there's been 1 treble and 1 double in the match so far. That's not by chance, that's just the fact that the players they're working their way around the game.
Up you come now.
That far. Try, mate, not a lot, not a lot. Look at that.
2 red bowls in good position there.
All right, that might come in useful there.
Well, it'll do no harm, but you'd expect Mark to draw this.
Yeah, just run.
He was on a good line there. Just pulling up short.
Struggling for weight, over-adjusted. And in terms of the match, that's probably one of the loosest heads we've had.
Yeah, the standard's been really good. For Mark Dawes, his position, yeah, that probably is his worst end.
Good effort.
Jimmy's just playing the forehand slip inside or outside that green bowl. Still overplayed it.
You're 18 up, Nick. Either way.
These players, of course, for many years played at the same club, so they know each other very well.
Keep it coming forward. Keep it coming forward. Keep it coming. Well played.
I think that will make Jamie's mind up now. I'm sure he'll attack this.
He's been a bit unlucky and he knows it. He's got a little touch in the jack, which has brought it towards the red ball. Jamie could well attack this. Try and get the ball out clean.
2 seconds as well, not quite sure though. Probably looks like you've got to go through it.
Well,
Play underneath down there.
What, down the backhand? Or forehand?
Ooh, I wouldn't go backhand. It's a very tight drive on the backhand.
well, either way, the angle's good to come off. Forehand, you've got more of the jack to aim for.
More options on the forehand.
Yeah.
Very close with this. Oh, dear me, I thought he had a nibble on the jack. Unbelievable.
Well, that got a new and an I think, from the crowd. Nick Brett wasting absolutely no time, but a thin edge there would have been really, very good indeed. Well, that's the back covered, and you can do no more than that.
I think he'll go again.
Oh, he has to. Yeah, has to.
Time.
Look at the positions on those balls, David, down the rink. You think you've just missed the inside. You would never be able to do that if you tried it.
No, a little bit less weight, he would have had the swing, but then again, would have brought him onto the red ball. You don't want that either, so I think he has to play it again. Desperately unlucky, unless he gets his own ball face on, to be any more than one down.
Going quicker. Chance again. Yeah, he's
No,
got it.
has he gone past in the ditch? He has.
That's a
Good
good
drive.
strike.
Really good drive. I think he was hoping to get the green ball on the way through.
One shot, Chesney indoors.
Yeah, hitting the jag's just taking him away from it. I
Set
don't.
score 1-2 after 3 ends.
That would have had to have gone down like an absolute rocket to have got that green ball on the way through. So,
I think
good
he'll-
drive.
Good shot. He'll take that. It's a single.
Well, it's Rebecca Field, Catherine Rednall and Rebecca Field watching. Both previous winners of the women's match play. Robert Paxton just relaxing. Get your feet off that, Robert. You wouldn't do that at home.
Jack length, 28.5 metres.
Very relaxed. The Players' Lounge is great here because it is in many ways. It gives you the opportunity to chill. There's coffee and things out there. Speaking of coffee, that would be just wonderful.
I'll bring you some biscuits tomorrow, David.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. I'm off biscuits.
That, mate.
Christmas did a lot of damage. Correction needed.
Try, mate.
Just a little bit, but not that much. Still needs to drop 2 more feet.
Down to the reds.
It's a good position there. Just covers the reds.
Life is amazing sometimes. You know, you mention a coffee and suddenly, magically, it appears.
Right, mate. Well done.
It's a really good game by Masters. Gets inside the green, falls back.
Greg on his favoured forehand. It's all about the pace now. The line is very good. Just needs to hurry. Well, it stays up. It's a shot by the looks of it.
One green.
Greg City of Ely into Bowls Club. Very successful club. Nick used to play there as well.
Yeah, it's quite a journey for Nicky where he was living at the time, but lots of good reasons for it. Very successful. Won a lot of national titles together as well. Now, Jamie, can you get the ball? Well, you can get the edge of the jack. Well, it's locked. It has. And his own ball's run into a good position. Green ball would have been perfect, but the jack is good.
Yeah, played it with that kind of weight, controlled weight. He gets a movement on it. Very good delivery. Needs an edge. It's got it solid.
It's dropped in as well. Big bonus.
Played it well again. Good reach in weight. Similar bowl from Jamie needed. Any movement on the jack is good. Big effort as well. Oh, he's very close, isn't he, David? He gets a jack.
Oh, how unlucky is that?
Still one, mate.
An inch the other way, he was good value for 3.
Yeah.
And a great attempt.
Just past the red bowls is where you're headed, mate. Great road for it. Well played.
Yeah, you can hear Greg
Very good.
saying he just wants to bowl past those red bowls, and that's really good. What a good position. It means that Jamie Chetney has to play it with very controlled weight now to get the shot.
Yes, but he'll still be playing into that sort of shot, John. You know, really what he wants is that movement of jack, you know, into about that position. If it gets a bit harder, it's a difficulty because it brings the 2 green balls into play. I think he's got no choice. I think he has to play it.
I think if he's playing the same bowl as his last delivery, he's going to be very close. Same line, same weight. How good's his memory?
Something not quite the same.
He's under plate, he's not quite reaching. Doesn't want to turn the green down.
I think Nick will take he'll take the 1 here. I just don't see any value in going anywhere near it.
They finish in there sharp.
He can't possibly be playing it. No, he's not. I think Greg said, not in your life. No, take the 1.
Can I get back to the jack there? Yes. Easily. Yeah.
It was never going to be a shot
Set
to be
score
played.
1-3 after 4 ends.
No, it wasn't the time to try to be a hero.
3-1 looks pretty good, I would say, from the Harlow Brett camp.
Yeah, it's that type of game, isn't it, David? You know, don't want to give anything away. It's going to be close, and at the moment they've just got the edge.
Jack length, 25 metres.
Shorter jack length, 25 metres. That's an interesting change.
It's got a hurry of touch in it.
I just feel they're trying to shake Mark Dawes off a length in the line. I think that's been the main thing on the longer length. Mark's just been beating Greg because the punch. Greg's been playing well, but Mark's just been getting inside him.
Now move. Now move. Ah, well done. Good mate, pull down.
Well done again.
Up to you, still there, the perfect draw, or quick down the 4 end. I'll be easy with either.
Well, he's playing this backhand very well, Greg, so just try and make the adjustment. Leave the forehand runner to Nick if he doesn't get it.
Just didn't get back again. Noticeably not dropping
Right,
quite
drop that
as
off
well
your
for him on
last
his backhand as with his
right
red
in front of
bowls.
it, yeah. Same
Well,
very
that
good.
and also it's a shorter jack length.
It is, but he gets a big turn with the other set, and I think he's just fishing with these. Now then, Mark, you could really make this difficult. Bends right into the jack.
Yes, that's the red button. That's the same manufacturer and model as the green one. It's just dipping a little bit more. Of course, there's a lot of things can affect that delivery and where you stand on the mat and various other things, but it's always a good talking point. people to discuss. Wasting no time on the forehand runner.
Clear the reds.
Oh, he's getting the run through, is he? Oh, red ball just dropped in time. Don't think it was going to make a lot of difference. Still going to be 2 down, but he's cleared the way. Jimmy needs to tighten these balls up because they will disappear. He wants to get in beside them. Wiggle his way through. It's not bad.
Going again, looking for the split.
Oh,
that wasn't a great result.
Oh, that's a horrible result. Oh, it's just, how on earth? He looked perfect on the split, didn't he, John?
He certainly did. He looked to get the 2 reds away. Knowing Nicky will want to turn that mic off. He'll have a few thoughts on that, I'm sure. Couldn't be happy with that one. It was a real poor result.
Jimmy changed onto the forehand. He's looking for a really good front ball. It's not bad, but he's going to have to draw this.
Yeah, the only thing you could say, there's room to draw it in the favour for Jamie Chesney and Mark Dawson. He's played 2 running bowls. That's the only thing that you would say might put a doubt in his mind, but you'd fancy him to get close with this.
Absolutely.
I thought one might lock on one of theirs, but yeah.
4 down.
Yeah, big ball. Two of them not particularly close. You would expect Nick to draw probably 3rd, and if you're getting close to 2nd, you're going to be very close to the shot. Ooh, not getting much from Greg on this one. Looks like it's pacey.
All right.
Yeah,
No worries.
he's missed it. Now that's going to be a big score. It's going to be the biggest score of the match. And well, you can't say anything about it. You know, looks like a 5 coming up here. And the last time he had a chance to draw for 4, he missed it, but
Fancy him to do this. There's a lot of room here.
yes, and again this time there's a lot less opportunity for damage, so it's all about getting within a yard. That's all. Doesn't want to move the jack. That's the only thing. Yeah.
That's a big end.
Absolutely. Massive end. Don't see too many of those with 3-ball pairs where it's only possible to get a 6.
5 shots, Chesney indoors.
4 ends to go, 3 shots in it. Just means the set is not dead, but it's certainly in the favour now of the pair that are up.
It's turned the match upside down, really, hasn't it? I mean, it's so close up until then. One end has done so much damage to Nick Bratton and Greg Harlow's hopes of a 2nd title here.
Jack Lake, 28.5 metres.
Well, there's still 4 ends to go, and you're talking about 3 shots. You know, it's still doable. Just remember the last time, I suppose, in the first set, got 3 to go level and had a ball to win the set. So I think Jimmy would have traded that last ball for that.
Oh, mate, well done.
That's what they needed as well. They started this end well. Mark Dawes, front touch it. Paul just might not quite have reached the jack. She's got it in short. It's another good reply from Greg.
Yeah, and strangely, an inch short is actually better than touching the jack, because you can afford then to reach it. You won't do too much damage.
This is the time now for Chesney and Dawes, if they can put the pressure on, take the next end, in a very strong position. And that is very good as well. I'd be well pleased with that.
Indoors is good. The shot bowls works it away.
And I heard you were a tough skip to play with.
It's good stuff at this stage. 3 up in the final. Front touch and a bowl a foot behind. Asking a few questions of Greg Harlow.
Down you go now. Well played.
Oh, he's really trying hard. Doesn't want to be solid onto that bowl.
Yeah, well done.
Well, anything behind would be good, and it's amazing the messages we get. John has just been shown one there from
You go
one
down to here for now.
my favourite, actually on TV, well, one of my favourites on television, Stephen Fry, who's just mentioned that he's enjoying the bowls back home. And Stephen, we're glad we know you're a fan. It may not be, as you say, the darts crowd, but it is rather hypnotic in its own way. And the skill level is very, very high.
Try and draw it away here, Nick.
You can. You've got not to change the shape, really. You
Yes,
still go
I knew he
with
was a bit of a bowls fan.
or you just squeeze it onto these and change
Well,
the
that's
shape.
what you get when hashtag BBC Bowls, you say. You never know who's watching, but...
What do you think?
I'd still change the shape here. Getting off of this changes it.
Nick's really looking to try and change the shape of this head. At the moment, it's all in favour of the red bowls, but if he gets onto the back red with this one, Greg, he's got a chance.
Solid, he needs it.
Yeah, that's changed the shape of it completely. That's a really good bowl. I always like coaching the celebrities when we get a chance. John, remember some years ago we had the Hole in the Wall gang back in Northern Ireland. I coached them for years, and then we went out and played an exhibition game. When we get Stephen down, we'll do a bit of coaching with him.
Jamie. Perfect bowl would be to drop onto that green and fall in. Not a lot of room to spare. He's very close if he gets the bend at the end.
I think he's just going to
What an
drift.
effort this is. Oh, that was such a good try.
Just stopped pulling his way back in, didn't it? It opens the backhand will be there for Greg just to signal to Nicky the little turn of the jack. Good effort, but he has to play through it slightly, so the weight's good.
Yeah, he didn't want to be short. He's gone to a good position there.
Yeah, well, this is going to be... it's a very narrow target. 5-6 inches to try and slide this bowl in.
Just overcompensated there.
Yep.
Dropped too much weight off.
Yeah, I didn't think his weight was too bad, to be honest, but...
Still is no change, mate. It still is possible just to turn that red one away.
It certainly is. It's got to be good weight, though. Get a little bend back into that red or a turn on the jack.
We just got a glimpse there on the long shot of just what faced Nicky Brett.
Up you come. Up you come. Good try, mate. Good try.
Even front ball onto front ball. Well, that might give him something, but it's very narrow. They really need to stay away from this, don't they?
Yeah, the plant's not good, you see, because the red ball at the back end of the rink.
Well, with that there,
It's a very good position bowl, so that plant isn't very good at all.
Well, what he's really looking at is that. But having said that, where the danger is, John, is over this sort of direction here. If that jack goes back, you've got the green balls that are coming into play. So, you know, it's the front plant moves the jack. It's just how far it goes.
Yeah, I think he it's still a shot there on the forehand on the draw.
Yep.
Playing what he did before, trying to get to that green. He's not widening the target on the backhand. He's leaving Nicky very little. Line's good again. Line's very good with this. If he gets the bend.
Still just hanging off, isn't it?
It's pretty good, though.
Oh, Nicky would be trying to look at... To be honest with you, you know, even if he gets onto that front plant, gets onto that jack will move. It's just how far it goes, but it moves to there, he makes a double.
Yeah. The trouble is he may have to use a bit of weight, and the bowl, the red bowl at 5 o'clock there is the vital bowl, and if he plays too much weight, I think he's just drawing it, David.
Well, I can see the reasons why.
Certainly look further, mate.
Well, Greg's calling it. He thinks it's closer.
Just trying to turn the jack.
Big effort.
What an
Big
effort.
effort.
What an effort.
Well played.
Great ball. Great ball.
Great shot. Marvellous ball. They couldn't really see it from the mat at all, and that's a fantastic ball under that sort of pressure.
Set score 6-4 after 6 ends.
Well, 6-4. It's easy to say there's a dramatic difference from 7-3. And had it been 7-3, they'd have been chasing the match. But now, 2 shots behind, 3 ends to go. Very doable.
Jack length 27 metres.
It's a very good opener as well that they need. Concentration on Mark Dawes' face there.
Oh, he's
staring eyes, isn't it, you know?
Yeah, he's very good at that, he really is. He keeps his concentration well. Doesn't wander.
Not far away.
Yeah, weight's good.
Ten inches away. Silence.
Not a murmur.
It's tough.
Expectations are high.
Oh man, it's tough out there, it really is.
You don't get a clap for anything other than a toucher.
Yeah.
Right.
Greg would really like to get to those red balls.
Oh, it is great. There are 1,000 people out there, and no one can decide to clap one ball a foot away.
This is what he's looking for. Anything nestling on those reds.
Oh, that's
drops
good.
back. Pretty good there.
That's a good split. Probably one of Greg's best ends. It's the right time to do it.
Line in.
Now, will he get back? Needs to bend very quickly. It's just not bending for him. You can see it with Jamie. Yeah, he thought that was coming in at one stage, and Mark's also confused.
Yep.
Too great. It's up to you. Up to you.
Choices for Nick. Draws in the forehand. He can draw in the backhand. It's up to him. The forehand draw puts a ball into position. The backhand draw turns the jack around the corner and really gives Jamie a lot of trouble.
He's playing backhand because he's going to try and close Jamie out. I think he doesn't want to leave him the shot. Gets the movement on the jack. He get back. He's on the wrong side of that red, is he?
He's also on the, in terms of the angle
just
as
got
well.
down.
Well, got down. The red's going to fall. That's not where the issue is, but it's a big shoulder. It just means now Jimmy can afford to play with weight.
Quick.
So instead of just drawing, he can play into this. Will he use the shoulder the right way? Yes, he has. He's opened it up. Still one down. That was a bit unlucky that that ball just followed through, but he's opened it up.
Sneak the shot. That's about that little bit in front.
The only problem he's had is that Nick's been very good on the offset jack, hasn't he?
Yeah, he certainly has throughout the match. Good
Any
line
miss is
again.
a good miss.
Clear
Any
road he
miss is
needs.
a good miss. Oh, great
Well,
goal, mate. Well
that's
done.
not going to
Really
help
good.
in terms of trying to draw the shot.
try and miss it, to be fair. I think it'll all up inside. I mean, that ought to...
You've got to picture this on the mat, really. The green balls are not there, David, haven't you? You've just got to play a draw and hope that you miss on the inside.
Well, as Mark said, just try and ignore them. The trouble is you get onto the green ball, you're not doing anything with it. You know, exactly. And he's also fallen away too, you know, so that was always going to be a problem, but there was no other way in. So
the only thing I would say there, the plus point, he's moved those 2 green balls for a target now, so he's got options if he did want to attack those.
Yeah, he has. He's got the split to take the 2 balls out, and it's still a problem for Nick because he needs another ball in. You know, if you're really looking at it, it's something really, John. If he could make the draw and get it into this sort of position, that's what he's looking for. You know, he can drop in that side of it. He's got his own to play through too, but he needs something hidden in this area. And the ideal position is to get one in there, and that's hidden. No worries. Take the 2 balls out, you're still going to get the shot.
Yeah, something away from the 2 greens, isn't it? Even on the inside of the jack, on the other side, David, it would be away from those greens and counting. It would be a good ball.
Yeah, the difficulty is that, you know, whenever you look at these balls here, the 2 green ones, this one in particular, because that one's a problem, really, for Jamie, because he can't get the line into the jack on the draw. So that ball there is a key ball in this end.
You know, I agree as well.
Well, Mickey's decided he's going to play his backhand.
Oh, wow. This will be interesting.
Coming round to a deep position to cover the reds.
That's interesting. We didn't see the 2 back balls there. He's taking a risk on this.
Well played.
What he's really saying is, if you take those 2 balls
Really
out,
good.
I'm prepared to lose the shots. But if you get the jack, I've got it covered. It's a very risky policy, John, because you can't cover both with 1 ball. It's impossible. If he gets this absolutely plumb, there's a chance.
Yeah, it's a split on the greens, isn't it? Gets the split on the greens, then he's in business.
That's what he's looking for. Green ball goes, and it brings all those red ones into play. Oh, he's playing it very controlled. Goodness me, Jim, are you trying to draw this? Well, he's not trying to draw it. He's still looking for the split. Well, I don't know, John. I think I would take my chance on it. There was only 1 green ball there, you know, and he had what, 3/3?
1 shot.
He hit the target, but he didn't have enough weight to do the damage.
3/3 with 1 ball against.
7-8.
You know, even if he had taken the 2 balls out and cleaned his own close one out, he was still scoring 2. Why on earth did he use that weight?
Where it is out there, I thought that's quite an easy shot to put there. He's just going to hold all the while. Like,
You know, if he'd have got the ball and run through, he got a single, but I think that was a chance to win the match.
I thought he might have gone quicker at that, yes.
You know, sometimes you get a chance to win the match.
Jack length, 26.5 metres.
If he'd taken that and had a real go at it and got it right, chance of 3, you know, he's sitting at 9-4 in front with 2 ends to go. He had it in his pocket.
As it is now, it's all to play for.
Absolutely.
Not there, mate. Sorry.
Saying that, Dave, it's easy sitting up here, isn't it, in the box. We haven't got the wrong shot yet.
No, that's true, but you know, you get to see what the percentages are, John. I think that was one of the more obvious ones, but maybe they felt that the balls just didn't sit right for it, but it looked good. I think Nicky Brett would have played it. Let's put it that way.
Loose start, both players need to be closer.
You know, year after year you see the key moments in a match, and just occasionally you have to take a risk to win a title.
I thought it was up.
Needs to run.
No,
Needs to run.
He's better.
See ya, man.
I both prefer this forehand, but the way to the jack is more open than the backhand. It's rarely been used though.
Oh, he's good if he gets the bend to the jack.
Move now.
Yes,
Move.
Jimmy's calling it the move.
That's very good.
Yeah, good depth side toucher.
Through the front red one, your green one, either of your green ones are open something.
Yep, open it up. Not surprised, relying on Greg to use the heavyweight ball to move the front ones. Looking for a good result, and that's pretty good because he's opened it right up.
Come in, first time. That in from the spot.
That's the benefit of having a lead that can play those things, John, and it's been a feature for both leads actually in this match.
Yeah, they're both very capable all-round players.
This isn't easy.
I think he's good again, isn't he?
Great
He's nailed
start
this.
here. Well played, Mark.
Oh, that's fantastic with this first jack.
Oh, and he dropped as well. That's narrowed down the jack to... He can still get to it full jack, but it's certainly not easy. I think at this stage in the game, Nick will be thinking to himself, well, I'll maybe get a close ball and then go chasing it. Yeah. That's the first ball for the draw.
Not a good line.
Second, mate. Well done.
Good second. That's what he wanted.
Side of that, yeah.
That stays there. He might well go chasing with the next one. Oh, Jimmy, you're heavy.
Yeah. It's not bad though, Dave. It's a good starter for him.
Depends how brave you're feeling, mate.
Well, exactly how brave you're feeling. I'll tell you what, if he gets the edge of the jack on
We've
the
got
respot,
spot.
that's a perfect ball.
If you killed the jack, or obviously jack in the ditch, or bowl out,
Yeah, ball out is actually okay,
or draw
but
a good second.
edge of the jack, surely. The edge of the
Sort of
jack is
decision time,
perfect.
to be honest.
If you're going to gamble, this is probably the one to gamble with,
Well,
with a second ball now.
Yeah, absolutely. But I just think the edge of the jack there will give him the best result because he ends up with, on the respot, a ball 6 inches in front.
Mm-hmm.
He must have said something there because he knew it was tight. I think Jimmy has to go for the spot here.
I better trying to play it inside, and even if I turned.
Well, you don't want to frame it.
He's playing forehand. You know, he can pass that green either side. He's probably better on the outside, Dave, to get
I think
past
he
this.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he is.
On the
because,
inside.
He wants second shot. That's his target. He doesn't want to frame the jack.
He wants to come away now. Doesn't want to get too close.
Not ideal because if Nick plays the same line, he'll get off that ball onto the jack and he'll get the shot.
It's down off a length, isn't it? And that's the trouble.
That needed to be on a length. That needed to be another foot heavier. And that would have been a perfect ball. As it is, he's line 2, which is good. But no, it's not great in terms of the way they're lined.
Problem for Nicky is that he doesn't want to, the shot ball, he doesn't want to get the shot ball clean into the jack.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's match over.
Well, you know, what we're talking about, John, I suppose, is coming into there and then the potential
off there.
of getting onto the jack. The jack moves. If he hits the ball on that, the jack moves and the jack goes into this position.
What he doesn't want is the other one, Dave, into the jack.
If he gets, the difficulty is, if he gets the jack, as you say, John, I'll just go there. But if he gets into the bowl, then well, everything's that's a match. That's over. The match is gone because what will happen is that the jack will end up back in this position, And all these balls in the reds will count. So
Jamie had about 3 meters, 4 meters to draw another.
Well, and he'll lie 3.
Yeah, that's the one he doesn't want.
Yeah. This has to be the jack, really, I think, or nothing.
Going quicker. He's under it. Wants to stay away now.
Well, he's lost a 2 with 1 more to come. 3 up into the last end. First set again.
Yeah. He wouldn't bank on it, but he's got a little chance to put this one in, hasn't he? Another bowl here.
Just as well he didn't get his own ball.
Yes.
That would have been a shake hands job.
This is a shot to nothing really for Jimmy. Nice quiet draw here. Makes another one.
Settle down, please. Thank you.
Outside green ball. Has to be careful. Can't afford to touch it.
He'll play this nice weight, I think.
He wants a wide line and just trickle in. Doesn't want to hit the green ball.
It's okay if he's on the outside, he'll bend back.
Got the straight bit.
Oh, has he got a straightener? He has, and he's missed the chance, and that happened in the
Two shots, Chesney indoors.
first set as well. Last ball to win the match. I think if you'd have drawn that, that would have been enough.
Set score 8-5.
As it is, there's a possibility of a 3. That's amazing, isn't it? It's Jimmy, last ball chance both times to really nail the game.
But they're in a good position. It's a World Pairs final. There's 3 up playing the last.
7.5 minutes.
Take that any day.
I think Jamie will be sitting there thinking, oh my goodness me, I had to be careful, but it's 4 shots really hard to get when you need them. Well, you can see the difference. Just the 3 out's obvious because of the second set. They're 3 up, but the end's 1. That's the difference. Whenever Chesney Dawes combination have been scoring, they've been scoring heavy.
Yeah.
It's caused by that 3 in the last end of the first set, and of course that big 5. Good ball by Greg. He looks he's played over it, but it's in a better position than being short.
Any of that.
Not there.
It's up to you. Well, I'd stick with it. There's actually a bowl to you. Either side of the red's perfect. Hang around.
Doesn't want that.
Oh, not with that weight, he doesn't. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Oh, well.
18.
It's okay in terms of they can get at it. But Greg he had a bit of weight on that one.
Fortunately, he didn't put that right behind the jack.
Well, he's probably thinking to himself, John, I don't want to be short.
No.
Mark. That's another ball in the head, is it? Oh, yes, it is. Tell you what, he's played a good game, hasn't he, John? He's been the star of the 4, really.
Yeah, he's been very consistent.
The awkward shot down here. If you miss it underneath, give us a chance pushing it onto it.
You can see what Nicky's looking for here, just to play onto those red balls. He'll remove one ball, the other will stay, but it'll give him a good position. Controlled weight, so if he misses, he stays on the green.
Yeah, yeah, essential.
Miss.
Yeah, just missed it. That's what he wanted, because that gives him an option.
1 green.
Depends what Jimmy wants to do here. He can go deep if he wants, but taking a risk by leaving the head. He's really forcing Nicky to play a brilliant ball. And one of his balls looks like it's completely locked in. We just a little change there, just to get things out of the way. There we go. Settle down again. He's looking for the cover ball. Wants to go deeper than this. Just deep, deep, deep. Not bad, but not perfect.
You've got to be quite positive, haven't you? Enough to get live bowl under the jack.
Under the jack, exactly.
All the way through.
Yeah.
The 2 in the back.
Ball on the jack's what he's looking for. Edge of the red. He might scoot the 2 of them out. Yep.
Oh, 2 at the front. Good result. Well done.
That's actually very good. I thought that red ball, the middle one, was locked in if you'd hit it clean, but he hit the green ball first. Goodness me, that's a very good result.
Well then, Jamie, need a really good one here.
Pressure's back on. Height looks decent.
He's played it well, I think. Just a run.
Yeah,
that's a good second.
That was a critical bit. Get a decent second in.
That's that shot. Short, mate. There is a chance. You could play it through and stop.
I thought he just drew it.
And I did as well. I think that's a tougher shot to play it through and stop. I think at this stage now, if you could draw another bowl, just turn that jack.
You get the bowl on a 3/4. You could make a 3 to get to the jack.
And if you play weight on that, everything's got to go right. You get the back end of it into the jack, and it's match over. So I think a draw would be the answer, Dave.
Yeah, it looks to me to be a draw there, and a little tickle.
Yeah.
Just even round the corner would be good. Get it into this position, and then you're sitting and saying to yourself, well, I've got 2. The pressure's on the opposition. If he misses, I can draw another.
Yeah.
Best he could hope for is a draw and set. I can see what he's going for.
He's got to get this perfect. Any wrong connection. Well, he's got the jack through.
Okay. It's not great, but it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's not great, but it's okay. Well, I have to see who's lying here because
everything's a long way away.
Yeah. They've already got 2 balls left. They need 3 shots. How can Green get 3 shots out of this?
Anything up past the spot's good, isn't it?
Yeah, anything.
Well.
Any past the spot, mate, it's good.
Could finish this off here. One good bowl here. There's a lot of room to.
One good bowl will do it.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good shot for us in terms of looking at it because it's 2 feet from the edge and we can see that it's a good ball in terms of line.
Oh, that's very good.
That's it. That's all not. Maybe he is line 2 seconds. We can't tell. Nothing from Greg.
Great
so,
try, mate. Great try.
Yeah, good effort.
Good shot. Same thing. That's good. Chesney, Mark Dawes.
Well, in the end, I think the more consistent pair won that match. I think it's fair to say, John, that there was good value for Mark Dawes and Jimmy Chesney. Dawes at lead was absolutely superb.
Yeah, and I think that was probably the difference today. Mark Dawes' consistency, played good running balls, good drawing balls, and I think worthy winners over the tournament.
Yes, absolutely. They've played some great stuff, and they take the second set, 9 shots to 5 after drawing the first set, 6 all. But it's Mark Dawes and Jimmy Chesney who win the World Pairs Final here at Potter's Leisure Resort. Well, right from the start, we expected a very good game, especially when you're talking about the world number 1 and 2. But these 2 pairs, Mark Dawes and Jimmy Chesney, were playing everything that was needed to play under the circumstances. They were brilliant. Nick Brett kept things going for his pair. Mark Dawes was doing a lot of damage up front. He drove in the end and then drew 2 shots on that one. Jamie Chesney, when he needed to play a really good ball, it was there, just dropping a little bit on that one, but they were already line 3. And whilst disappointed with that, it was a good pickup. The previous ball to move the jack, and that was the big 5. That's where the match was won on the 6th end, when they picked up the 5 shots to go 6-3 in front. And once again, they were pulling balls in all directions. Nothing they could do, the guys in the last one, but Mark Dawes and Jamie Chesney were the winners, the professional world indoor pairs champions for 2018. Ends 1, well, Harlow and Brett won more ends, but they were heavily hit with a 3 and a 5, and that's where the total scores came in. But look at the touchers, goodness me, that was Mark Dawes as well, 17-8. Nothing between the jack lengths, but the guys were under pressure a lot all the way, Harlow and Brett, and Chesney and Dawes thoroughly deserved their title.
They most certainly did, Corky. We can hear from all 4 players now, starting with Greg. We've obviously spoken earlier today. Different scenario here, but it was always going to be close between 4 players of such quality and so closely matched.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think there was too much in the game, to be fair. Very high standard game. Nick and I collectively played one bad end in the second set, and that's probably obviously cost us the match. But well played to the boys. They played great. I've sort of got a bit of sweet feeling because I actually put these pair together a couple of years ago. It's come back to bite me in the doodah.
I think you need to have a word with your partner for doing that.
I will do afterwards.
When you know each other so well, like obviously you all do, how much of a joy is it to play, but how difficult is it in the heat of the battle?
I think it's quite good, to be fair. I mean, there was no malice between any of us. We wanted to beat them, they wanted to beat us, and they bloody beat us.
They did. Jamie, those 2 next to you, they've won this title before, but it's the first time that you and Mark are lifting this title.
Yeah, pretty speechless at the moment. I thought just the standard was a great game of bowls, and the guys got one raw result, and that sort of gave us a bit of momentum in the second set. It really could have gone either way, just all on the day. But yeah, thrilled to win our first.
That 5th end of the second set has been mentioned, so we might just look at that. And that was obviously, sorry Nicky, a huge 5.
Yeah, it was. I mean, Nicky's got a terrible result with his runner. And the way the game was going, it never really looked like a big count was coming. A lot of 1s and the 2s. So to pick a 5 up, just get us 6-3 in the second set, it was massive, really, to be fair.
Put you massively in the driving seat, as you say. But it took you to the victory here. Obviously, you had to hold your nerve late on, as Nicky and Greg tried very hard in that final end of the second set. But you've now won a trophy here at Potters alongside Jamie. Put into words what it would mean to the pair of you.
Oh, it's amazing. Like I say, put together a couple of years ago. Good friends as well, and it's good to win it with somebody else. You know, get enjoyment from it all, and just amazed. To be fair, when I started bowling, this is the sort of days you look forward to. So.
Yeah, and you're going to have to share some of that with Greg for putting you 2 together as well. So, commiserations to Nicky and to Greg. But, ladies and gentlemen, your pairs champion of 2018, Jamie Chesney and Mark Dawes.
Well, it is presentation time, and here to make the presentations, your appreciation, please, for the Chief Digital Information Officer for Just, that's Giles Offen, and the Chief Executive of World Bowls Tour, Mr. Richard Madison. And first to the runners-up. Ladies and gentlemen, they gave us an absolutely terrific final. But please, you're receiving their runners-up checks. Will you welcome Nick Breck and Greg Harlow? And now to the winners, receiving a Langham glass goblet each, a cheque, and the title of the 2018 Just World Indoor Pairs Champions. It's Jamie Chesney and Mark Dawes. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time. The delighted pair, they've done it. The winners, give it up for the 2018 Just World Indoor Pairs Champions, Jamie Chesley and Mark Dawes.
Great reception for the new champions.